I told y'all that I am not reviewing Basketball Wives, and I am standing, okay, firmly planted, standing on that. But for some reason, the girlies are online arguing for dear life. Arguing for dear life, girl. So we're gonna go through some things and see what they're saying. Because this is as much as you're gonna get from me. Because as I said, I am not reviewing that show. I'm not reviewing the new one. I'm not reviewing the old one. I don't care. But it's on the blogs. And if it's on the blogs, I'll discuss things on the blogs. That is the agreement we will have. I'm not reviewing this show in its entirety. They can suck my clit. All right, here we go. Okay. Evelyn's back and bringing the heat. Looks to definitely be a rough ride with her and Vanessa this season. Vanessa said, yes, Evelyn is a home wrecker. That's my opinion. I was kept in the dark about who else was cast on Basketball Wives, and it was revealed to me strategically in real time. I've been contacted for 10 years regarding joining the cast because, yes, I am a basketball wife, pun intended. I call it like I see it. Thirsty is going around through every league there is and leaving and coming back to a show 5 times. But if you want to play games, let the games begin then. That's what she said. So then this is Evelyn responding, I'm guessing. So you was fucking that lady husband? Is that what you was fucking that lady man? Like what we talking about here? What we saying? Is this another situation like with Tammy where they brought Tammy on the show and she didn't know she was fucking Kenny back in the day and then y'all told her that she was fucking Kenny back in the day on camera and you call her a non-motherfucking factor bitch and you got mush? Is that are we back here? Are we bringing up old storylines in order to make this show full of crows be relevant again? Are we rebooting? Is that what we're regenerating? Okay.
I can't control what people bring to the table. I've been doing the show a long time. I feel like I'm always a target no matter what. People see a moment or think, having a moment with this person is going to solidify my spot here, whatever that looks like. But I will always defend myself against bullshit. I will always defend myself against lies. And my relationship when it comes to my son's father and what it was back then and what my reality was with him back then. I can't control anything else other than myself. So, yeah, it's just, it's frustrating and it's hard having to relive certain things all over again. But it's just a part of the beast of what we sign on to do. You never know who's going to bring what to the table and really who's going to be a thirsty. When I'm done shooting the show, I'm done shooting the show. I'm on taking care of my kids, my real life, my businesses, working out, drinking my water, and trying to stay at a fuck shit. Okay.
So the show and your life are two different things. So it's not reality. So if something happens on the show, you don't want anybody to come to you in real life about it because that happened on the show. Yeah, that sounds like this is just a job and y'all should just hang this up and it should be over with.
Okay, the show is not my real life. The show was whatever happened on the show. Cool, it's done. I moved on and that's it.
Sounds like you don't want to be accountable for the way you act like an asshole on the show. That's what it sounds like to me. That's not how this works.
Don't text me about nothing, period.
Evelyn responded to Vanessa and said, a basketball wife who has been cheated on your entire marriage. Go off, sis. A basketball wife who met her husband while having a fivesome. Ma'am, does it even matter? Because you've never fully been a basketball wife, but you've always been trying to be somebody's wife and you've never been a wife. It's so funny how you want to say that, oh, your marriage wasn't shit. Yeah, girl, your relationships weren't shit and you were still trying to be somebody's wife. You would have been just like her getting cheated on if it was up to you. Fuck out of here. So then it continued. Evelyn body count higher than COVID-19. It's weird for me when y'all care about shit like that. Like y'all really out here like, ooh, my pussy's cleaner than yours. Like, girl, shut up. A homewrecker tried to destroy my home, but I ran that bitch into witness protection in Alabama. Okay, so you out here fighting real hard for the dick that is basically slutted out. Like, sound like your husband is community dick, Vanessa. My husband and I had some fun together back in the day, real talk. Yeah, and he was still having fun without you, which is why you chasing hoes off to witness protection in Alabama. Evelyn says you worried about everybody else in their relationship when you need to be worried about what is making some money. You need to be worried about is making some money so you can live the basketball wife life that you don't have. You are broke financially, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, girl. Evelyn, girl, don't go there. You had surgery on your kitty to fix your droopy lips and to tighten up your vagina walls, and your husband is still cheating on you. Ma'am, how do you know what that lady did with her coochie? Outside of that, I do think it's weird when y'all fix y'all coochies for people. Like coochies, like y'all gravity. Anything that is facing the ground, anything like it's gravity. Like, girl, don't worry about my coochie lips. They got a husband and yours didn't. Like, child, and it's not even like it matters because y'all know. But I'm just saying, we know that Evelyn wants a husband. It's like, yeah, and these coochie lips still got married. Where's your ring, Miss Never Married, Always Engaged? Okay. Anyway, she said you said you was filming to build a pool in your backyard, but I'm broke. Number 2, my whole family eat, sleep, and breathe the basketball life, but you don't know us. Number 3, your forehead used to move in season 1, but you talking about my skin. Oh, number 4, I own my shit, but you refuse to take accountability for yours. Fake ass shit. After 3 kids, I got the Dr. Matlock's virgin surgery. It was $20K. I can refer anyone who's interested. Virgin surgery. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't see your forehead with that fucked up botch bang. The bang is botched. The only thing your family is known for in the basketball world is your husband being arrested for fraud, battery, domestic violence, false reporting, kidnapping, and possession of narcotics. Jeez, crackhead lifestyle, disgrace to the NBA. You have no job, sis. Ooh, burn. The cost of my pool costs more than your entire home in Arizona, a home that I bought myself. Self-made. I own it. Dummy. Ma'am. Chill. Just a little bit, Evelyn, because you ain't really as self-made as you try to act like you are. You going to get pregnant by niggas. I ain't mad at you about it, but that's what you do. It's not the same thing as like a woman building a business or having a successful career. Like, that's not the same. But I do understand that you have a successful reality TV show career because you can always go back to basketball wives and throw bottles and fight bitches for a check. She says wrong. My husband and I, known for keeping it real, raw, and uncut, past, present, and future. I don't need money from a show to build a pool in my backyard. You a disgrace to the entire community. Been talking shit for 15 years and only got thrown in the bushes once. Reroute. Ooh. Well, she did get thrown in the bushes. And it was a great time had by all. Let's see. Brooke said, I'm not even going to address Brittany like I can. Y'all gonna see. So she talking about how her and Brittany Renner got into it, girl. Don't nobody care. And this is Cleana. Cleana was the one that I wanted to talk to y'all about because she's the one that went in on Evelyn. And I was trying to find where she went. Girl, I'll just read this. Anyway. Oh no, this is Cleana with the Instagram post towards Evelyn. You can't mold this clay. It's Cleana's Instagram. Who calls a woman of Asian descent Ling Ling? Who puts a monkey under a black woman's post? The only difference is one was met with consequences and the other was met with rewards. When loving black dick but not black women goes wrong. When your moment is up, washed up, hang it up. The ugly cry in 3, 2, 1. Boo hoo, B. I heart OG. We love you, queen. Cece Gutierrez, Asian pride. Get the egg off your face, bitch. Looking for a moment is when you're so washed and desperately go on a show. Get engaged to a stranger for 23 days and no wedding. Miss Goofball Coochie. Yes. I'm sorry. Her read on Evelyn was accurate. All of this is accurate. I do find it very disgusting that y'all made such a big deal out of Erica Mena and continue to ignore how we feel about Evelyn. It's really annoying. Brooke Bailey then wrote, mental case needs to mind her business. I punched you in your face and drowned you with my margarita. You're unhinged and a drug addict. We saw all the pills fall out of your purse. You're mad. You're weird and tried to trauma bond with me over my daughter passing and your brother passing. Bitch, I don't know you. You're weird. First of all, Brooke, nobody's talking to you right now, honey. It looks like you're inserting yourself here. You're weird as fuck for trying to bring my daughter up. I didn't fuck with from the moment. Then you lied and had Brittany thinking the story was something that it wasn't. You're an alcoholic and did the most for the least. You swung and when I connected, what? she need to learn how to write complete sentences. You swung, and when I connected, what? You look stupider than the first time you came around us. No one knows you. Your claim to fame is your baby daddy who is happily married. Ma'am, all of y'all's claim to fame is some dick. Hello. Basketball wives. Everybody's claim to fame is some dick. What? Like, the way y'all try to rib each other for shit y'all have in common is hilarious. Jennifer said, please don't forget that, don't forget she then got her entire wig snatched after all that. Someone admit her to rehab quickly. Pill popping alcoholic. She may be all of that. I don't know this lady, but what I do know is she read the fuck out of Evelyn and she wasn't talking to neither one of y'all. So why are y'all here talking to us? Cleana, enjoy these tweets because you got clipped, punched in your shit, and looked like a fish out of water. Wig snatch, you're an angry bird. These hoes so broke, they tried to lie and say when their belongings got tossed that their AirPods were missing so someone could pay to have them replaced. Weirdos. I wish I would. A bitch whined about not having clothes to wear to work or money to buy clothes. A great-hearted friend surprised her with clothes and she then dissed her. These bitches come around for moments, living your truth. I'm tired of hoes playing with me. I'm built different. It's not an insult or physical altercation that can defeat me. Bitch, I've been through the worst. It's not one bitches that can bully, intimidate. Listen, Brooke baby, you too old for this. And we don't care. Cleana was talking to Evelyn, and now you're going off. It's weird. You're weird. Cleana responds.
Brooke, for me, first of all, it's like, pull up. I don't even want to do all of this. Pull up. And you didn't, girl. You threw a drink on me like the punk bitch that you are. Pull up. I'm here. Like, I don't do all of this. I'm in LA. You in LA. Pull up. That's what I'm saying. Pull up. I don't do all of this. Back and forth. We don't got to do this. And Evelyn, you out here too. We up the street from each other. Pull up. It ain't no security. Because what the birds do is they time it because obviously, you know, they've done the show and then they get saved by the bell. None of them really want to exchange. I've never seen them actually like exchange or fight. They don't really do that.
We've seen Brooke fight.
So, and I get up, get dressed. I was going to just go check on my egos. But, I mean, listen, I got time.
Why is she sitting in the dark on the phone with us?
And you didn't.
We don't go together?
You play it back. You ain't punch nobody in the face. Bitch, bye. Girl, bye. You threw a drink after you thought you had your senior citizen sorority gathered around and thought that I was going to suck my tail. It didn't work out for you like that.
Senior citizen sorority? Huh.
It didn't work out for you like that, baby. So when security intervened and you wanted to toss the drink, how you really feel? You got some shit to get off your chest. Years old.
So y'all out here fighting on the show and now y'all taking it to social media to get us engaged and we don't care. I'm done, girl. I don't care. At the end of the day, she was talking to Evelyn. You jumping in. Apparently y'all got into a fight. Y'all are too old for that shit. Y'all are raggedy as fuck. Y'all are weird. I don't really fuck with none of y'all like that. Basketball Wives is a wash to me. And the fact that they still having these same type of arguments with these bitches on Zeus Network that's like, you know, old enough to be their daughters and shit. Y'all still out here having these types of arguments with people. Yeah, y'all doing too much. And I'm not here for it. But y'all know what I am here for? I am here for the way Azealia Banks read the shit out of Drake. So I don't know if y'all missed it, but Drake and Joe Budden have been going back and forth over the weekend. Okay? Because Joe Budden basically said that this nigga needs to stop making music for teenagers. Let's hear.
This is like Yachty rapping. This is like he rapping.
He's commenting on Drake's new album
for the children. And that's yo dog, I had to look up how old this was when I finished listening to the album. Mm-hmm. You are 36. Your birthday is in 20 days. I Googled that too. You will be 37 years old. Get the away from some of these younger niggas and stop these 25-year-olds. I'm listening to the album.
So here's the thing, Joe. When are you gonna stop fucking the 25-year-olds? Because all of you niggas try to fuck with these young Instagram baddie girls. Like all of y'all have a type and it's always young so that you can get them when they're inexperienced and don't know a dog ass nigga when they see one, when there's one looking them in the fucking face or eating their ass. Okay. So it's just mad weird to me that this is your critique, but I do understand what you mean. Like, could you be a grown man in the music if you're gonna be still fucking 25-year-olds? But no, because where's the conversation with 25-year-olds?
Yo, you're a 37-year-old billionaire. I get it that you appeal to the world. Loving
They wanna
about
stay
Cole,
young.
like my shit is happening in reverse. Like with Cole, he used to rap about kid shit. I'm a grown ass, like real Jersey City. I want to hear how you lost your fucking virginity. And then he started to grow up. And then the rapping sounded
rapping
like
grew
an
up.
adult rapping. I'm want to hear adult Drake rapping for adult people.
No.
That's everybody.
This is
though.
like Yachty rap.
That's everybody though. I want Nicki to do that. To me, I just told y'all one of the only people that's rapping like they're an adult is Jay-Z. Like he's the only person that puts out content that raps like a grown man of his age. The rest of y'all are rapping about the same shit y'all always rap about. And Drake has always been adjacent. Him being biracial, y'all allowed him to skate into black culture, pretending to be Horde or the nice guy or the pretty fuck boy child, whatever y'all think he is. He's always been lame to me. He makes a good song here and there, but for the most part, I've never really liked Drake like that. You know what I'm saying? He's not even that good of a singer, and that's how he got in, okay? But Joe Budden said all of that, and then Birdman put on his Instagram stories, because he's a fucking gangster. Calm down, brother. You not built for this real gangster shit. Nigga, you atting people on Instagram, like twiddling your thumbs right now. What? Shut up. Like, shut up. This is what Champagne Poppy, a.k.a. Drake, said to Joe Budden after Joe Budden said all of that. Joe Budden, you failed at music. You left it behind to do what you are doing in this clip because this is what actually pays your bills. For any artist watching this, just remember, you are watching a failure give their opinion on his idea of a recipe for success. A quitter give their opinion on how to achieve longevity. You switch careers because the things that pop into your brain had you broke living check to check, and the raps you write had 450 men showing up to your shows in Dusty and Nietzsche jeans to screw up their face to Mood Music 29 and pretend you are the GOAT. Please, to any artist that's doing what they feel is right, don't let these opinions affect your mindset after the fact. This guy is the poster child of frustration and surrendering. You retired and we never hung up your jersey. We don't even remember your number. We know you for doing this. You withdrew from rap not because you accomplished all you needed to. It's because it wasn't working for you. I never want anybody in the generations to think that the whole everybody's entitled to their opinion thing is real. It actually is real. I don't know if you know. Literally everybody is entitled to their opinion. Literally. Like anybody can think and say whatever, especially here. Okay? And even if you didn't hear it, they can say it. Okay? As I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion thing is real. This is a man projecting his own self-hate and the fact that I did and continue to do everything he wanted to do for himself. If you need to put in simpler terms, I own a 767. He owns a modest house in the 973 and flies first class on special occasions. This is very classist of you, Champagne Poppy. It's giving ignorant young, Chad that's made it and thinks he's punking somebody because he's a Chad and he's made it. And it's like, sir, your proximity to whiteness has helped you out. So can you kind of like relax a bit, just like a tiny, tiny bit? And so that's where Azealia Banks comes into play. And this is where I really, really enjoy her. Like, are we ready? Let's get into it. That's what Azealia had to say. Hold up. What was the first one? Okay.
This is
Hold
like
up.
Yachty rap.
Shut up, Drake. Okay. I'm sorry. Shut up, Joe Budden. Anyway, does Drake know his nose job and liposuction is not hip hop? Does Drake know that no one who actually understands hip hop as a culture born from oppressed, but really care about his soft tooth, colonialized, confused, mixed race, facsimile attempts to exhibit the true authenticity of an actual MC. Lord, she just called him mixed race and fake and a colonizer and soft tooth all at one time. Jeez. Does Drake know his desperate attempts to gangsterize Canadian street life is an all-encompassing failure in and of itself? Sir, you did not grow up on the tough and rumble streets, okay, of street life in Canada, not Canadian, child, in Canada. You didn't, not really. You were wheelchair Jimmy. Bitch, you were on noggin. It's giving I had a middle upper class life. And because I wanted to make it in hip hop, I had to make myself seem as if I was more gutter. And everybody kind of allowed me to do it. Even though we all know it's not real. Even though we all know, like, the money and security and making other white people billionaires is the only reason why he hasn't been touched. I'm just saying, like, he's a bitch and he talks a lot. The reason why he hasn't been dragged is because he has the protection. That's about it. But he's no thug. Drake's no thug. He does not know of real street life. Street life. Disco. Like, fuck out of here. Anyway, she continues on. Also, can hip hop get any more trashy? Does Birdman know how low IQ, tacky, and how much of a fucking loser he looks threatening Joe Budden via the internet? Like, you can get arrested for that, Birdman. Can you just make some more lugs and quit threatening people online before you get arrested? Shit, like, that really makes the genre look trashy and low budget as hell. And sorry, you kind of just made it so hot that if anything happens to Joe Budden, it's certainly getting traced back to you and Drake. Loves your verse on constantly hating, but it has been a minute since anyone cared for your music, and Drake is redundant as hell. Only weird Nepo babies and Eastern European immigrants who wear USSN Polo Association cool water and media fuckboys actually care for him. Damn, that's imagery that I can identify. Work some magic and bring back Young Thug, please. That man is very, very special. Honestly, if Drake's mother was black, he'd probably not be so corny. White mom syndrome is very real. Damn. If Azealia isn't going to do anything, child, she's going to be problematic and come out once or twice a year to read someone else who's more problematic than her from the rooter to the toother. For real. From the scalp to the toenails. From the front to the back. From the side to the side. From the window to the wall. She will read the fuck out of you. Okay? I cannot. Y'all, I saw the hair clips on the album cover. Like, Drake is a no for me. Drake is a no for me. I'm good. I've had enough. I'm great. What did Birdman say?
Kanye West, the old documentary of Kanye West dropped, and Kanye West said that Atlantic Records put Cardi B as an industry plant to compete with Nicki Minaj. Do you think that was a thing, or?
I ain't see that, Five, and I don't really pass judgment on other people's things. Nah, that's not my thing. And no disrespect to nobody, just not my thing. I never saw it, and if I did see it, I would never pass judgment on that because I don't believe in downplaying people in the music industry in no kind of way. Because if you in this shit, you know how fucking hard it is. If you in this shit, you know how real it is. If you in this shit, you know that niggas die in this shit.
Said, well, Kanye.
Listen, Cardi already told y'all that the music industry is worse than street life. They've already told y'all that, which means that it's harder to navigate, which is why street niggas do so well in it. But if you know the history of the music industry, you know that the entertainment industry itself was built off of money from illegal activity, drug dealing, prostitution, the people that funded the music industry have always, whether they were white or black, been gang members. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. If y'all did not know. Okay, so y'all, this right here, this is the last thing, and I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm hungry.
What do you feel like they got on you that they shouldn't have on you? Because I feel like with them probably seeing you grow up, they just got like, you can't be you.
Go.
Yeah, man, it's a lot about that TV show, man, that got people confused. Because I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go to the house on like a weekend. They'll say, hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house. They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when them cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma's house. Yeah.
So, what do you feel like they got on you that they shouldn't have on you? Because I feel like...
Okay, so this isn't new information. It's not. Because I can remember Tiny's oldest daughter, Zonique, saying that they spent more time with their grandmother. But for some reason, I thought the younger ones, once the show started, they must have been spending more time with their parents. But then when you think about how often these people go to jail for drugs and shit and guns, especially during these children's formative years, you would understand that they really probably were not there. The only thing, though, is that the sister, T.I.'s sister that passed away, sounds like she passed away from drug use of some nature. Now that makes sense because they made it seem like she was the one helping raise the kids, and I was wondering how you helping raise the kids and you having ODs or you know, complications from drug use. Yeah. But let me just say this, y'all. Regardless to whether that's new information or not, that is weird as fuck for y'all to both be rich, have a large house, and send y'all kid to live with the grandparents and only bring them home when y'all are taping so T.I. can pretend to be fucking Cliff Huxtable. That's insane. That's insane that y'all can but that's hood life, y'all. Hood life is me and this nigga are irresponsible and we are always caught up in our own bullshit. So we cannot create the stability for our children. So we keep having them and sending them to the grandparents' house. Yeah, I know a lot of people like that. King was bad. T.I. was in jail, so he was with Tiny's mama. I thought they said that on the show Tiny was following Tip's ass around. They have said it around the show, but that's not the same thing as them perpetrating a lifestyle on the show that they weren't living. They were keeping it hush hush, but that was the word. That's probably why the kids took their aunt's death so hard. She was in a car accident. I think had a heart attack. Listen. I thought she had a heart attack while driving. And that's what and the heart issues was from, that's what I thought. I thought she had an asthma attack in a car. See, it's a whole bunch of different stories out there, so I'm not exactly sure which one it is, y'all. But what I am going to say is that the dynamic just always seemed weird. The dynamic always seemed weird to me. And so, you know, I just feel like they faking they front and they hood just like everybody else, and then they want to be able to pretend as if they are respectable, and y'all are really not as respectable, T.I., as you pretend to be. It was due to drugs too. Okay, so it's not just me. I do remember hearing something about drugs in her system. That grandmama used to let him do what he wanted to do. That's why he would cry to go with her. All that money, though, besides y'all making that kind of money, get people to help you inside the house so that you and your kids are always inside the house. But that make me wonder about whatever type of parties them motherfuckers was having, that you got a big old house and your kids ain't in the house with you. So y'all remember the drugs too? Okay. Yeah, my cousin had a heart attack. She was doing drugs, so I don't doubt it. Listen, it ain't no judgment because, you know, hey, everybody be on something. It's hard out here. Everybody trying to deal with they childhood traumas and shit. You know, I'm not saying everybody should be out here on drugs, y'all. I'm just saying it happens. And it's not like, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person or something like that. It just means you had some shit going on with you that shows you shouldn't have been a caregiver for children, like perpetrating as a caregiver for children, if you somebody that's partying just like the parents are. And the reason why the kids aren't really with the parents is because of how much they party. Like, that's what it seemed like. The way he treated his daughter's virginity will always make me not respect tip. And you know what's so funny to me? Like, you can be an absentee parent going in and out of jail and think that it's your responsibility to be checking somebody's hymen. Insane. They treated the son like their friends. Yes, they did, and let them do what they wanted to. I think his sister used to do drugs. The way he treated his, yeah, okay. She had a heart attack while driving due to drugs. I was in complete shock to find out she was lacing her blunts with crack. She had a hard life. Oh, child. A lot of them do the Whitney Houston route. You know, that's what Whitney Houston used to do. A lot of them do drugs like that. It's a way to stay more level in the high, I'm guessing. You know, you mix an upper with a downer. But yeah, nah, I'm straight off that. We do regular shit over here. We is not getting into all of that. I'm good off that. I don't want anything that is going to decrease my sexy. Okay. The older son seems to have disconnected from the dysfunction, or am I wrong? He probably has disconnected, but it doesn't mean it won't show up in another way. I just looked it up and she had coke in her system, which triggered a heart attack. Okay. So I was right. All right. Cause I don't want to put out no bad information like that if it's not true. But that's what y'all, when I tell y'all I be filtering in so much information, like as a YouTuber, like just constantly filtering. So yeah, it'd be hard for me sometimes to be remembering what be going on. Okay. And then meanwhile, T.I. is honored with Fashion Icon Award during Atlanta Fashion Week. If this ain't Atlanta, can y'all stop with the bullshit? Atlanta, can y'all stop with the bullshit? Y'all give out awards and do all of this over validation of people from Atlanta all the time for no reason at all. And it's really starting to annoy me. Because I think it's a part of the problem in our community that y'all are always patting motherfuckers on the back that ain't really doing what they supposed to be doing. A fucking press conference, everybody holding their phone to call Clifford fucking T.I. Harris a fashion icon, a nigga that only wore white tees and jeans for the first half of his career. Who the fuck are y'all talking to? And then he got the little scarf around his shoulders and shit because we supposed to see that as him being fashionable. There in Atlanta, my nigga, there isn't somebody that's more fashionable. Y'all didn't have nothing else to do this week. Y'all better not spend no money on this situation. The fuck is y'all talking about? This what I'm talking about. Nigga online telling y'all how they son wasn't even raised in the same household as the daddy. Got come from a 2-parent household and wasn't even raised in the same household with the parents. Meanwhile, y'all over here giving the nigga the daddy that wasn't there like he was supposed to be, fucking Fashion Icon Awards. Do you see like the disillusionment that be going on in our society? It's crazy to me. Yes, please, let's focus on these very vapid bullshit ass icon awards and not focus on the fact that your kid is somewhere on the internet basically bearing his soul about how he's been traumatized in his childhood. Like, that is crazy to me. And crack to the money community is like weed for them. This is true. Especially cocaine. To the money people, cocaine is like weed to them. That's why I don't judge people. But to me, there are some things I'm just not willing to get caught up in because I already know what it's hitting for. Okay? Like, my cousin told me a long time ago, don't try shit because you're going to like it. All right, come on. One more.
It's back. You and Gunplay were here. Everything was so good. Yeah, like, what happened?
It was honestly going good.
Right.
It's when the whole chain situation came out.
Gunplay bought Rick.
Now, I told y'all that this lady was probably upset about the fact that they need help. And he over there buying another grown man a necklace because at the end of the day, as a grown-ass woman, that's not attractive for you to be bending over and coddling in front of another grown-ass man and his big-ass titties. That was unattractive.
Ross a chain.
Without my approval. People keep saying I married this man for money. There was no money to...
Girl, who said that? You did not marry him for money. If anything, you married him for clout, to be on a reality show. Because you wanted to be with an old abusive, crazy ass nigga that looked like he give dick you down energy. A lot of the women do a lot of stupid shit so that they can enjoy sex. That's why I think it's so weird the way everybody acts like only men really enjoy sex and only, men only cheat. But girl, please, lies. Fucking lies. Women enjoy sex just as much as niggas, if not more, which is why women are willing to do anything for a nigga that makes them think he can fuck the piss out of them. And a part of the whole jail hood nigga, kill him up, shoot him up mentality is that once those niggas get in a bedroom, they gonna beat the pussy up. And you gonna be out there, and all of this shit off prison dick. That's the idea. That's why these women are so attracted to some of these men, because it's the idea that these men are supposed to be good at sex. I promise you. It's not about money. It's about dick.
My dad was making sure we had, because when I met him, he was f***ed up. I married for love, not money.
Duh.
I wanted to help him because I felt like as your wife, I want to support you and bring you up. But don't sit here and act like you was Jay-Z or some shit. Let's be for real. Like, my parents were taking care of me and a grown-ass man. Like, I just felt like, why are we gifting somebody who's a multimillionaire a big ass chain? So that's where our beef kind of started. It's just like priorities. Like, I felt like my priorities was my daughter, her health, and our finances. His priorities were, I want this certain look. And he was just like, oh no, I gotta thank my brother. Send his ass a thank you card.
Okay.
So, like, does Rick Ross be looking out for him? Like,
I had questions all the time. I'm like, hey. He's like, oh no, I don't want to bother that man. Like, you know, I don't want another man paying for my shit, but you letting my daddy pay for your shit.
You let my daddy pay for your shit, and you bringing shit to this nigga like y'all fucking. You real confused about what manhood's supposed to look like, ain't you?
When I came into the picture, they weren't even on speaking terms. I don't blame him from distancing himself from Richard and us. Like, this is a lot of going on. You don't want that on your brand. I wouldn't. So we see, like, little baby them giving they $200,000 for their birthday. Like, you know, shit like that all the time.
right,
So it was
yeah.
like,
So he didn't take care of you, like pay the bills?
when I met him, I had my own place. You know, we hanging out. He comes spend the night because he was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a few days turned into a few weeks. And I'm like, okay, we gonna go home. He goes, we might as well just live together. Like, I've been here. I'm like, you know what? F- it. You've been here. It's been like a month and a half now. So I'm like, you know what? F- it. Let's move in together.
Right.
We moved in together. We was having fun off of my dad's expense.
Girl!
I found out I was pregnant. We were dating. We hadn't even known each other long enough. Like, what the f- am I gonna do with a whole baby right now?
Right.
And clearly he wasn't.
What I say? She said we were having fun. Dumb and dick.
Nowhere near financially stable. So I'm like, damn, we finna bring a baby into a broke house.
You guys would always go raw?
Yeah. Well, at first.
Like, what percent would he pull out? Like half of the time, or?
Majority of the time.
Child, that's not how that work. When they be pulling out all the time, that's because they eventually want to get you to the spot where they let you nut in them. You know what? You know. They let you, nut in you, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Majority.
Don't be a dumbass like me. The love, the d- all that, it ain't worth it. Now I can go back to my real stuff.
So he was better in bed than like the other guys?
I mean,
that hood hit different.
It was good, but oh my God, it's getting hot in here.
What did I say? Probably had her in there hanging from the fucking chandeliers and shit.
A few months back, you and Gunplay were here. Everything was so good. Yeah, like, what happened?
It was honestly going good.
Right.
It's when the whole chain situation.
I told y'all, because at first it was the drugs, and then it was, girl, he been doing drugs. It was the chain, because that looked crazy. And your daddy and your people probably was like, young girl, what the fuck is going on? I'm not paying for no grown-ass man. You want to be with a grown-ass man. You want to be with a grown-ass man, go be with a grown-ass man. Let a grown-ass man take care of you. That's how that's supposed to go. Y'all got the game fucked up when y'all move on to fucking older niggas and they not taking care of you. That's a waste. That's a waste. That nigga was purposefully trying to get her pregnant, if you ask me. It wasn't love, it was dick. He ain't have no place to stay. Ladies, be careful. Tim's dropping and it's homosexual season. Niggas will pretend to be a good person so that they have somewhere to stay. You should have got on some fucking birth control if you was gonna be letting him bend your back out with no condoms. Stupid ass. And then her, like, y'all, Gunplay is not one of those people I'm gonna tell y'all he attractive and I get it. No. Girl, he is no scrappy, okay? He is no scrappy. Let's be very clear, okay? A fool. A plumb fool, okay? Instead of putting a condom and just...
I'm just your dildo. That's all I can be. I ain't even charge you. Let you fuck me for free.
It's a shame.
Girl, we ain't going steady. I thought you know me.
It's a shame.